everyone, it's Maddie.
And me, and today we're going on a book hunt.
We're going to 3 different locations to find some books that we want both for Yelp that we're going to buy, and we're going to a library as well for a little haul, so we hope we're really successful. Loads of Harry Potter and nothing else. They're using the bronze as well from the actual book, not the film. Oh, and that got the ghost on the back as well. Ah, she looks so pretty. Looks evil. Whoa. I think he needs to be more headless. Nice.
And everyone's going on about like the new US covers and
then the UK one is up here, it's bigger. With a Dorothy dragon.
And then this cute thing.
Okay, in we go. What have we got on the hot off the press table? Oh, some of these and some? Yes. That's not on the table.
Oh, it's not on the table. I think those are the fallen children ones. I'm so sad that none of these are on the buy one get one half price deal though.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense seeing as any. Oh, there's Release.
I wanted to get this as well.
Nothing's on the cheap table. Leave me goodbyes, what we're hoping to look for in a library. Okay, so we came to W.H. Smith on the other side. They have Truth or Dare and The Names We Gave Us, which we loved. And they've got the cute Sorella editions of things. So those two then. Well, one of them is a book I didn't think we'd get today, but it's really beautiful.
Jeff Sentner's.
Oh.
Loved it.
They also have these beautiful shiny editions of the Philip Pullman series. Always and Forever Lara Jean is such a nice purple. I don't know why we get a cropped image of the cover though for the UK. This is And Then We Ran by Katie Cannon.
And that's our review.
I have all the books! So we just tried going to, oh god, there's speed bumps, I didn't think this through. We just went to our second Tesco, which is 3 times bigger to the one closest to our home, but it had a children's section that was 3 times smaller than our one at home, which didn't make any sense. And
there also seemed to be some kind of inflation.
Yes, it was more expensive. So luckily there is a library just around the corner that we're going to try out, and hopefully the new Jacqueline Wilson book will be there. So we managed to pick up 4 books from the library, the first one being The Liar's Handbook by Karen David, and this is done by the same people that did Unboxed by Pratt, so it's really big font on thick pages and really short. I don't really know much about the story, but from the title it's about someone that lies a lot, and also this is designed in the style of a passport, so who knows how that's going to play into it.
Next I have All Our Yesterdays by Kristen Terrell. It's blurbed by Becca Fitzpatrick, whose writing I do not enjoy, so I mean it's not really high hopes that I'm going to enjoy this one, but if anything it's just something to DNF, and I thought maybe I'll give it a chance. It's a long time since I've read like this sort of star-crossed lovers supernatural sort of story. Then I picked up Knife Edge by Malorie Blackman, which is the sequel to Noughts and Crosses, and it's a 4-book series, and I thought I was going to stop reading it, but then they came out with these gorgeous new covers that have rainbow fades and fun coloured fonts, so I'm just more excited to read it now. It just shows you what a good cover can do. This takes place, I think, like a decade maybe after the events of Noughts and Crosses, because it's about a second generation. So I'm really excited for this, and I'm wondering if it'll feel more like a standalone because it's so separate from Noughts and Crosses, but I'm really interested in the political vibes this one has. Then I picked up The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid, and I'm really pumped that they've had this because it's been recommended to me on Goodreads all the time, and they have banners for it, and on Amazon it always comes up as books you viewed suggests you should read this one as well. I want to say people were pleasantly surprised, even though it looks like your typical dystopian. I'm pretty sure it's about like a sort of robotic, maybe AI character or some sort of guard sentinel who is charged with looking after a princess. It's got a really confusing like blurb bit on the inside, and there's like a galactic core as well, So maybe this is a bit sci-fi, which makes me...
You can always DNF it. You don't have to read the whole thing. So when we came back, a package arrived for us in the mail, and I knew instantly what it was because of this cute little seashell sticker. There you be. My assistant on the side. It's Arabelle by Laura Dockrell. This is the sequel to Lorelei, and I ordered it from Hotkey Books, and they were kind enough to send it to me, so now I have the 2 matching covers. I've already read this one and really loved it, but I love seeing it in physical copy. So now we thought we'd take you through the books that we picked up earlier on in the day. First of all, we got The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This is a really topical read at the moment because of the TV show that's on Hulu, and I read on Twitter that reading this book now is like watching Jaws on a tiny boat in the middle of the ocean, so I'm kind of nervous for it. I'm really excited for it because we've read Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill, which is kind of like a YA version of the story, so seeing it adult is going to be great. Next we have Truth or Dare by Non Pratt, which is double-sided. So like Replica by Lauren Oliver, you read one side of the story, which is the female perspective, and then you flip it to the back and get the boys' POV. This is about 2 friends who are YouTubers that decide to take on dares from their commenters, and I assume things escalate and you can only learn the whole story once you've read both sides. Next we have Phantom Limbs by Paula Garner. We picked this one up mostly because it has a gorgeous cover and it's also blurbed by Jeff Sentner, who is one of my favourite authors, and I trusted Stephanie Perkins to blurb The Serpent King, and that was one of the best decisions ever. It's about Otis and Meg, and something happens to separate them even though they were childhood friends, and then they come back together, I think in relation to a swimming tournament. It sounded very similar to Emmy and Oliver, which is one of my all-time favourite books, and the best thing is we've never heard of this story, haven't heard anyone talking about it, so we just decided to buy it because it's so rare that that happens now. And lastly, we picked up a book that we've already read but really loved and gave 5 stars, and that's The Names They Gave Us by Emory Lord. We raved about this in our latest wrap-up, so that will be linked in the cards and in the description, and we also have a written review if you want to know more about why you need to read this story, because it's the best Emory Lord I've read yet. But we're just going to break and have some lunch now, and then we're going to go to our very local library on High Street. Hopefully they've had good Jacqueline Wilson stock, so wave me goodbye, please. Please. So we have reactivated our Amazon student account, this time on my student email, since last year we used Maddie's, because it is time to order books for 3rd year. So that is this package here. We are taking a module called Guilty Pleasures, which is all about romance writing, and as part of that we need to read Voyager, which is the 3rd book, and Dragonfly and Amber, the 2nd book in the Outlander series. The backs are a bit bashed, which is disappointing. These are absolutely huge, and we read Outlander for one of our modules in 2nd year, so it's a lot of reading, and we have to talk about all 3 of them in 1 week, so there's just going to be an excess of stuff to talk about. This is, no kidding, almost 1,000 pages. Oh man. That's 960. And this is 1,060. This is 100 pages longer than this one. This, at least the font in this is like this. Okay. And it's Bible thin. Oh god. And then this one, the print is like, that's really dense. So then we went to another library and picked up 3 more books. So we have The Castle by Sofia Bennett, who's the author of Following Ophelia, and she's done a bunch which is all a big range of genres, so I'm really excited for this one. It's a story of a girl who's been told that her army dad has gone missing or is dead, and then she finds clues that he could still be alive, so she decides to go on this mission to find him in this billionaire's castle that's on the cover here, and it's all about her doing it alone, and it feels quite heisty, so I'm really looking forward to this because it will be a complete change of pace to my other reading. Then we have Maggot Moon by Sally Gardner, which has won some awards, as this great gold sticker says on the front. It's a hotkey book and we don't really know much about it, so we'll just tell you the 4 words that they usually tell you on the back, which are friendship, danger, rebellion and conspiracy theory. I've never seen conspiracy theory as one of the pie chart words, so this will be an interesting and different read for us. And finally we have Sleepless by Lou Morgan, which is a horror story done by Red Eye, which is an imprint of Stripes Publishing. Lou Morgan is also the author of The Opposite of You, which was a twins story that we read earlier in the year, so I'm fascinated to read her doing this horror genre. The blurb sounds like it's a bunch of friends that are all studying and all need more energy, so they take this mysterious pill to help them stay up all night, probably hence why it's called Sleepless, and then things must go terribly wrong for it to be horror, so. And then lastly we went to a charity shop and I managed to find a hardcover edition of My Sister Jodie by Jacqueline Wilson, which is my absolute favourite. I love this out of all of her novels. sentiment we do agree with. I think that's another buy one get one half price table. Oh, that Love and Gelato book. I've been interested in that. Well, they've got Truth or Dare on the table. They're doing it right. Ooh, that's... Yeah, I saw that on the Goodreads Choice Awards for 2016, and it looked cute.
With the help of her mother's journal, Lena uncovers a magical world of secret romance, art, and hidden bakeries. People come to Italy for love and gelato. Someone tells her, but sometimes they discover much more.
That sounds good. I like a contemporary that has some depth to it.
It feels quite big, so it feels worth getting.
Yeah.
And which shelf would we put it on? Because if it was red and orange the other way around,
It
then
would work better.
Oh, it's another like
Flip it.
read-in,
Yeah.
so that's exciting.
I think that was a Booksplosion one, the Call. And wasn't this one of the shortlists for the Children's Prize? I like the idea of this. A lot of people were hyping that with the Arc.
It's like a glimpse of our birthday.
We're obviously catching up on all of these books that we needed to buy ages ago. You never see floral patterns because it's got shoes and bugs and little planes in. Oh, cool. Well, they have a hardback of We Were Liars for some reason. I've seen this copy pop up every now and again and I don't understand why they're...
Gorgeous though.
So I recently saw this book on Goodreads and thought the colour was absolutely beautiful with the colour patterns, and then we found it in here, so we decided to just sit and read it because it's only really short and it's absolutely amazing. Just look at this. That's gorgeous. I wish I could spend like an hour just looking through it because everything's gorgeous, isn't it? And the art is like so original and cute, and it's a really interesting story about this girl's like relationship with drawing and how suddenly once you start letting people tell you how good it is and that fuels your want to draw, you kill your want to draw. So it looks like this on the back, and we're hoping that's a volume 2 because it was a really open ending, and this just little character. Oh, I love her. Hopefully we'll be able to find a copy of Nightlights on Amazon or online anywhere, because that's one we definitely need to add to our collection and have on display all of the time. So I went with Love and Gelato by Jenna Evan Welch. And I picked up Spellbook for the Lost and Found by Moira Fowley Doyle. I chose this one because the concept sounds very similar to the novel I'm working on for my dissertation project, so this is going to be a real test of, even though people may have written it before you, doesn't mean that yours isn't worth writing, because it'll be different and new only because you've written it, and hopefully it will just feed my creative mind so that I have a better dissertation project afterwards. But I've already heard some really great buzz for it, and I'm unbelievably excited to get to it because it is about 5 witchy characters, and I want it. And I went with this one just because I'm always in the mood for a contemporary, especially when it's sunny outside, and I just love books that take place in foreign countries, especially Italy. That's like a little treasure trove for me, and anything that can slightly remind me of the Lizzie McGuire movie is never a bad thing. Also, this one sounds kind of like one of my favourite storylines in the Sisterhood of the Travelling Pants, so all of those things together, I'm hoping this is going to be my new favourite book. So that's everything we have for you in this book hunt. You followed us for multiple trips and some disappointments, but also some really, really great finds. And we're still waiting to hear back about Wave Me Goodbye getting reserved at our library, but that is one that we will get our hands on soon. So this was a slightly new format for a book haul, so if you liked it, please feel free to let us know in the comments, and maybe we'll do more as we continue to acquire books throughout the year. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!